Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, today is the anniversary of the death of John Candy. This is now 32 years since he passed away. He passed away in 1994. And also, do you know what's very interesting? Today is the birthday of one of his very, very dear friends, Catherine O'Hara. Yeah, she would have been 72 today. So I found that very fascinating. They were such good friends. Have you ever watched the special about John Candy? Catherine O'Hara was in it quite a bit, and she actually did his eulogy at his funeral. And I did not know that he passed away on her birthday. So, what a soul connection they have there. So, I thought, what a fabulous day to do an auto writing with John Candy. I have a little bit of a bias. I'm Canadian. I loved him. I thought he was very funny. I enjoyed watching him. So that's my bias. And I think a lot of you too. If you're watching right now, you also enjoyed John Candy. I think that was almost a golden age of comedy before wokeness came over everything and somewhat ruined everything. Everyone's so uptight these days and are afraid to laugh at themselves. I'm not sure how John Candy would have felt about everything that's going on. All right, so on the anniversary of John Candy, and please don't be worried. A lot of people put comments. I put myself in my Teflon egg, and I only allow the energy of John Candy to come through. I've asked my angels to watch over me, and I trust they're doing their job. All right? So if I trust them, I want you to trust them as well. Lots of controversy around auto writing and how do you know who it is? Well, it's your intention. It's your intention. And plus, you set the energy up. You imagine the person, you imagine talking to the person, you light a candle, you light incense, play soft music, get into meditative state. And shall we begin? Hello. He looks just like you imagine him to. He hasn't aged a day. I come that way so you recognize me. Ah, okay. Makes sense. I am actually a divine feminine. I'm actually a divine feminine. I thought you were neutral on the other side. Somewhat. Yes. But we can tend to be one or the other. I wanted to experience being a man's man, having the freedom to say and be anything I wanted to be. It's freer to be an obese man, the jolly fellow, than an obese female. Especially during the years and decades I experienced. Nobody took obese females seriously. Look at all the female comedians or actresses. They all had to be slender to be successful. Catherine and I are soul sisters. We came to experience the same thing, but in different bodies. Our stories are so different. I had to come back because the narrative was changing. Roseanne Barr started to change the idea of who can be successful in Hollywood. So it was time for me to end the experiment. Makes sense. Because then the whole body positivity didn't have to be slender, tall, blonde, female to make it. Correct. Are you with Catherine today? No. She is busy looking after her family. Do you ever see like John Belushi or anybody else from that time, from Saturday Night Live? Of course. I can see anyone I want to, but I normally don't. We have our own things to do, and time doesn't exist up here. You can visit with them too, you know, just like we are doing here. Look into photos of the body of the person called John Candy. You will see how feminine his eyes were. They almost twinkled. Gonna have to do that. That's me. Do you have any wise words for us on your heaven day? Not really. Just know everything is going according to plan. People come and go. That's the rules. You learn more about a hot stove by touching it than just looking at it. You really don't want just looking life. You would regret it once you passed over. It's painful when a tooth comes in, and it's painful when a tooth goes out. Enjoy the time in between. Chew that food. That's what teeth are for. Live your life with peace, joy, and happiness, but with gusto. Live. And yes, sometimes life is painful, brutally so. But trust me when I say you wouldn't want it any other way. One day you'll see, you'll understand. It's not what happens to you. It's all about how you respond. Humans have lived through tragedy after tragedy, and here you still are. Because it's worth it. Trust me when I say you've lived through many tragic lifetimes, yet here you are. You've also lived through many abundant lifetimes, yet here you are. Everything is going according to plan. You know this. You all know this. You have just forgotten. There will be many so-called deaths in the near future. Do not be afraid. It's just another cycle. This year, you will lose a lot of so-called important people. Just remember, they signed up for this, just like you did, just like I did, and just like Catherine did. The important thing is that they don't become earth bound, because many of them need soul work. What do you mean soul work? I thought you just pass and you're already cleansed. Oh no. If you catch or have an attachment, you have to get rid of that before you can ascend. So everybody who's earthbound has something attached to them, or they caught something? No. Some simply don't want to leave their loved ones. Only Earth has love, and it's a great feeling. But back to those who have attachments, if they are not cleansed properly, the attachment can find someone else. So how do you cleanse them properly? Remove them, the attachment, from the earth plane by escort. The worker angels will do this. Once the attachment is removed from the earth plane, they cannot return. But new ones can take hold. Are you aware of the current narrative of re-immigration? People are feeling foreigners, that was a great brand, are overwhelming. Yeah, there's a big narrative of re-immigration and people are feeling foreigners are overwhelming. Yeah, I'm aware of that. A lot of people are. We've got that ice going on. Um, and just in general in countries, that's a big narrative right now. Send people back home or close the borders or yeah, I got it. It's because they have attachments. It's your subconscious telling you something isn't right. This has nothing to do with the human being. It's an energy thing. You are picking up on. It's getting worse. That's why there will be a big death event to get rid of the attachments. This happened during the so-called Black Plague. The attachments were taking over. Did you notice that after the Black Plague came the age of enlightenment, or the ren in Renaissance. Sorry, I'm losing connection and downloads to you. Your age of enlightenment is coming soon. We are working on it. Mary? Is that your real name, Mary? She's gone. That actually it was him. I could feel how we called him here on Earth. Very peaceful message, wasn't it? But I trust my angels. I trust my egg. Um, so John Candy, his soul was actually Mary. I have to go look at his photos now to see if he has feminine eyes with his twinkle or a sparkle in them. Never noticed that before. I can sure tell when the connection starts like glitching, like the spelling starts to get wrong. It's like the downloads, because you have to remember English is not their first language. It's mine, but it's not theirs. So they download into me how I would interpret that, right? They don't download REDCAR, they download a picture of a red car and then interpret in English as REDCAR. It's kind of interesting once you get the hang of it. Mary. I have a funny feeling we were in the presence of somebody larger than life, like John Candy. I wonder if John Candy was so big to maintain that energy. I really have a feeling we were in the presence of um, something very special. I'm going to have to sit with this for a while. Take good care. See you online. Bye for now.